Hi Ace family. In this video we're going to talk about all the adhesive, super glue, contact adhesive, some of the specialty stuff that we've got to offer for our customers. So we'll just jump right into it. Starting on the bottom here, some of the lesser known adhesives that we have. So we've got gallon jugs of Elmer's, gallon of Tight Bond. Tight Bond is a huge name in wood glue. They've got a 1, 2, and 3, kind of a good, better, best in their lineup. And right next to that, we've got the Gorilla Glue brand for the wood glue. They've even got school glue, actually, which is cool. So why I'm down here in the first place. So on the bottom here, these Henry adhesives are for different applications. And so some of them are for installing a vinyl floor. Some of them are like outdoor carpet option. Some of them are a cove base option. And again, a cove base is that rubber strip that runs along the wall between the floor. Usually in commercial buildings, you see them in schools a lot and whatnot. So this is another area where I don't want you to be afraid to read the label in front of the customer. If you say, you know what, I think it's this, but I'd like to make sure for you, it really goes a long ways for the customer and make sure that we're making an absolute 100% correct application to make sure their project turns out well. So there's different products. The bottles do look very similar. Some of the names are on these for the material that they do. This one is for carpet and sheet vinyl, for instance, and some of them don't say exactly what they're for, so just do some reading. If you go, okay, well, we're doing an outdoor carpet, you go, okay, what kind of says this? And you go, okay, right here, this one is a outdoor carpet adhesive. I've used this myself on like a jet ski or a boat trailer, where you have to recarpet those so that you don't scratch anything that you're pulling onto that trailer. So anyway, kind of cool. We've got that cove base adhesive and then mastic adhesive. So when someone's doing something with a mastic adhesive, that's tile. This is what's used to hold tile onto walls, basically. So they'll most likely need a trowel for that application, and that's, you think tile. When someone's saying a mastic adhesive, that's what that guy's for. We've got some bigger containers of it, and the mastic adhesive being as popular as it is, that's what that's for. So that covers pretty much everything on the bottom. That's the real technical stuff. We do have Gorilla Glue's version of Flex Seal. This is a waterproof patch, kind of a spray-on rubberized sealant. And then right next to it, we have a heavy-duty spray adhesive. We've got some others by 3M. I'll just point to them real quick right here. Those are spray adhesives as well. So the spray adhesives, they're common in our area. There's a lot of different uses for them. One of them that I didn't know about is the fabric. When you get in a vehicle next time, if you look at the fabric above your head, sometimes it's kind of a carpet material in there. That's what they use to hold that. So they'll spray it on that carpet looking stuff, the felt, and then that's what actually holds that up. So if you have any of that falling down, you shoot a little bit of that spray adhesive in there and it should stick it right to the ceiling. So that's one idea for an application, but there certainly are a lot more than just one. Moving up, we have Gorilla Glue, of course, which is a fantastic all-purpose, all-around glue. Sticks to just about anything and everything. Gorilla Glue actually likes you to have like a spray bottle to mist the glue. If you actually read the instructions on it, they like a little bit moisture in there and it helps it cure better. But it does expand when it dries. So there's the orangey kind of sap looking stuff, and then they actually have a clear version, and there's different bottle size right here of like their flagship glue. There's some fabric glue here, some contact adhesive, and then we get into different jugs of some of that. Usually if someone's looking for contact adhesive, they kind of know what they're after, and then rubber cement. And then the peggable stuff, everything that's on hooks, is more or less divided up into about 3 sections. So these are kind of all the specialty products right here, and then right here in the middle is kind of the super glue, and then the last little bit are the goodness, what's the word? Oh, that's lovely. Lovely when that happens. It's gonna come to me. That's gonna really bug me. So that's gonna come to me. We'll go back over here. I'll point out some of the specialty stuff, and I'll be able to tell you what those are. So we've got some vinyl repair kits right here, fabric adhesive. This one's real popular and real nice. Most gasoline, so most sealants, most glues are formulated from oil, and gasoline will eat those glue connections. And so this is a fuel, gas, and oil proof adhesive. It's kind of like a silicone, kind of rubberized when it dries, but that comes in really handy. We've got chip porcelain fix, which is a lot easier than replacing a whole toilet or a whole sink or something. We've got some small silicone sealants, some smaller bottles of contact adhesive, and then the funny tack. It's whenever someone needs this, I always think of the posters that teachers hang in their room, that it's kind of like gum, and it helps hold kind of a temporary holder of stuff. This E600 and the goop is real popular. Most people kind of know what they want when they're looking for that. And then metal patch and fill, metal weld, glue sticks, dishwasher rack coating, so if something's rusting or discolored, you can coat those back up and know it's safe. Shoe glue right now, so these are the clear. The shoe glue does come in black. We just happen to be out of that, so that goes here. Vinyl, fabric, plastic, adhesive, so that'll help seal up something that's a little bit more flexible. They've got a picture of an air mattress on there to give you some ideas. 2-part plastic bonder, and then let's see, these right here. These are a thread locker. So this is very common in nuts and bolts. Mechanics use these like crazy. This holds, so there's some different strengths. There's a lot of different products that Loctite has within this category. We've got more of this in automotive if someone needs a bigger bottle or a different strength. There's red and blue are the most common, but I think they've got green and orange too off the top of my head. With the Loctite, you coat this on and it prevents the screws from backing out. They're vibrating loose, stuff like that. The red is actually a permanent one, so you're likely to break the bolt before you get the bolt out if you need to take it out. There's a blue one that's a semi-permanent that you can still release the bolts if you have to in the future. So now we're on to super glue. So the super glue is all very similar, very generic. Basically what we're looking at for super glue is what bottle best fits the customer's application, and I like to make a few recommendations. So Gorilla Glue makes a great super glue. I love this orange bottle with this cap because it's got a squeeze nozzle with it, but it also has a brush, so you can use it for both things. And then I love these packs. They're very inexpensive, but there's 6 of them in there, so that you use one and then you throw it away, and you know you have 5 more the next time you need super glue. So that definitely comes in handy. That's a really nice option to have. We also have super glue remover for those folks that glued something they shouldn't have. We've definitely got it right there too. So the next section here, the 2-part thing that was escaping my brain is 2-part epoxies. And I like to tell customers what I've experienced, what it kind of looks like is is epoxies are going to be the strongest bond that you have. They work great, and they're very tough. The downside to those is they take a few hours. Some of them are 5 minutes. This Gorilla Glue epoxy is 5 minutes, so you don't have to hold it for very long. So that's good. But super glue is almost instant. But if you've got an application where there's a lot of vibration or something, or it's not pulling straight away from each other, maybe you're trying to prevent something from sliding out, that it goes at an angle, the super glue is not necessarily the strongest bond, especially if there's vibration. So the epoxy is going to be a stronger bond. It just takes a little longer to dry. So kind of a trade-off there. As with most products, the Gorilla Glue is great all the way around, works for most materials, but the JB Weld has a lot of specific products too. Most of these has the strength of the bond right on the package, so that you know exactly how strong everything is for that application. On the bottom here, these are putties, so you kind of roll them around like silly putty, and then you push them in wherever you need to glue or fix something. So steel tank patch. We're missing the blue label. Looks like this. It's a water weld putty, and that can be great inside cracks sometimes. If it's a hairline crack, a lot of times we'll do a Flex Seal or the Gorilla Glue spray adhesive if it's a hairline. But if it's chipped and a crack in a tank, that you actually can put some stuff in there, we love to do the putty, and there's some people that take both because they don't want to fix it twice. So they'll do the putty, and then they'll do that spray adhesive over it when that putty dries. So just trying to give you some ideas, just kind of interesting. Comes down to how creative we can be to help the customer solve the problem. With these packages right here, what's kind of cool is it does come with a little spatula to mix the glue, and then we've got a little mixing tray here for that application, so that customer can apply it. You don't need any more supplies, and then everything kind of has a different product. So there's steel reinforced quick setting plastic bond or minute weld that's even faster than the quick setting, and then we've got some bigger tubes, and of course this monster on top. So just be looking out, just be aware of some of the different applications. Do not be afraid to read for the customer, and make sure we're getting the right product for their application. So thanks. Holler if you have any questions.